When the angelic announcement came, they knew exactly where to go, because Luke 2 indicates for the sign the manger could only mean the manger at the base of the tower of the flock. It's found in the original Greek wording in Luke chapter 2, verses 7, 12, and 16. You can't explain the meaning or the direction or the sign that they were given or their response unless you have the right manger, the right shepherd, and the proper Hebraic expressions. How powerful is that? Now, this tower, right? This tower, the watchtower, if you would, but it's the tower. It's the Migdal Eder. Now, let me show you a picture of it. Okay? Can you guys throw that up on the screen for just a second? This is a picture. This is the picture of what it would have been like, right? If you see it in the corner over there. Now, if you look at that, see the bottom where the opening is? That's where that base would have been. Now, you can leave that in that corner. I think that's really good the way you did that. We got a great IT team. I appreciate them guys. So watch. In the middle of this, I want to explain some things to you. I have to understand something. The shepherds were considered a very low, very base, very maybe ostracized from community. Is that okay to say that? Right? Here's the deal. They were considered unclean. You have to follow Leviticus, because to understand the Levitical law, watch what was happening. In the Levitical law, uncleanness came from all kinds of certain things. And these are people that were just really, really like OCD about cleanliness. Okay? Really bad. Okay, like they called it CDO because they wanted it in right order. That's how bad they were. Okay, so in that place, I just want you to show this because this gets really strong. But here's where it was. The shepherds, according to the Levitical law, you couldn't touch anything dead. Well, they were always dealing with a dead lamb somewhere. Right? And then they were dealing with, watch, you couldn't step in any feces or you were considered unclean. If you touched anything that was dead or you stepped in any feces, you're considered unclean. You've got to be 7 days away from that, and then you've got to go through the mikvah and all the ceremonial cleansing. Everybody okay with what I'm talking about? So all that happened. So watch, with these guys in their job, you know what that meant? That meant they were always considered unclean. You know what that meant? They were never allowed to be in the temple for worship. So the shepherds never got to go to corporate worship. All they were able to do was be able to worship on their own in a personal worship. But you know what? To them, corporate worship meant everything. Personal worship wasn't even something that was practiced among the Jews, hardly at all. So now you got this circumstance, this situation where the shepherds weren't even part of the corporate worship. Picture David, if you would. Come on, you got David. Where's he at? Out with the sheep playing his harp. What's he doing? He's worshiping. Why? Because private worship's all he knew. He never knew corporate worship. So catch the 23rd Psalm. What was David's heart cry? What's the end of it? That I might dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Remember, it was David. I was glad when they said unto me, let's go to the house of the Lord. Why? Because as a shepherd, he couldn't go. But as a king, he went when he wanted to. That's a good word. So David would have been in these exact same fields, by the way. This was his home. This was where he lived. This is where he grew up. This is where he raised sheep. These were the sheep that he would be a part of.